Hi guys, this is Elle from Healing with Elle, and today I would like to talk about the topic of feeling overwhelmed during these difficult times of, let's say, coronavirus or even other crises in our lives. What I would like to highlight is the fact that we live now in an uncertain era, and this is impacting everyone. But if you're a single parent, it's even a more sensitive topic for us. So, in this video, I would like to highlight a few points how to try to lift your mood up and make you feel better and feeling more productive. The first point that I wrote in my notebook was that we have too many tasks as a single parents, but we should keep being motivated, and by being motivated, and I would say as well as organized, the most important thing we can do is to plan our day in ahead. That way we avoid feeling very stressed and unmotivated and down during the corona times. These crises made a lot of people redundant in work, or their business is not working anymore due to this crisis. So I would say try to not to feel depressed, and maybe do something activities that gives you feeling of some purpose in your life and fulfillment, whether it would be practicing some sport, or maybe talking to a friend through the FaceTime or Skype. Maybe also, I don't know, journaling or learning a new language. So take advantage of this time to develop new skills and also reconnect with nature, going for walks to the countryside, enjoying the feeling of being alone as well, because this is also very important. So it will help us to, as it can help us to organize the thoughts in our head and figure it out what really want out of this life and what is really important to us. Another point that I wanted to make is that we should also, as a single parent, socialize with other people. What I mean, not socializing going out and socializing with a lot of people in these times of corona. No, what I mean is that give your friend a call at least one time per day, to FaceTime, chat about your life, about your news, and it will definitely lift your mood up. When you're talking, of course, with a positive person who can uplift you and give you something positive, not talking to the toxic person who will make you feel down and nicky and unhappy. Now I would recommend you to talk mainly to your very close friends with who you're sure that you can find this support, and it won't be only them talking about their problems, but they will also listen to you and give you advice when you're feeling down. Another point that I wanted to make would be devote enough of the quality time to your kids. If you have some, go out to the park, to the playground, not to the maybe playground not so much in these COVID times, but maybe go to the park and play with your kid outside, as well as take him hiking or walking to the nature if he's an older kid. And what I would say, go organize a one-day trip with your kid, just to get out of the same environment, because staying in the same place for a long time can be quite repetitive and depressing for a lot of people. That's why it's crucial to change environment in order to kind of like change your mood from negative to positive. It's also scientifically proven that if you change environment, go for a walk in nature, it will make you feel more happier and more content in life. Let's say in terms of the self-care, you can do a lot of self-care activities. What It's completely up to you, to your options, but there is several things that you can do, as meditation, practicing the sport of your choice, journaling, painting, taking pictures, or going for a walk, praying, you name it. It just has to be activity that brings you peace in your heart. Regarding this COVID-19 period, I think that this is even more difficult for single parents, because we have to work from home, take care of our kids at the same time, and this is not easy, trust me. You cannot have it all. Like, you cannot be a perfect parent and you cannot be the perfect employee, but what you can do is just try to do your best what you can, and try to also distress yourself accordingly, not to be the robot who works 24 hours and takes care of the child. We need to rest as well. So please take the advantage of this time when your kid falls asleep to read some inspirational book, do the meditation to calm your mind, bring you peace. Pray to the God if you believe to God, and try to maybe journal your thoughts if you feel anxious and unhappy in your life. Also, in terms of our interests and what makes us happy, is to, as I mentioned slightly at the beginning of this video, is to make a plan, to plan your day and set the priorities and organize your thoughts in terms of your future goals, business as well as personal goals. It's very important to have a clarity of mind, during these days. So at the end of this coronavirus, we can kind of like start fresh with a fresh mind and a healthy body and positive attitude. In terms of another important part of this video is about setting the boundaries. Do not be afraid to set the boundaries. I know especially empathic people, highly sensitive people experience this, as they do not want to, or are afraid to set the boundaries to the toxic people. But guess what? This is the only way how to protect your psyche, your well-being, and your inner peace. What I mean by setting a boundary is to say no. The most important boundary in order to start setting your boundaries is saying no to toxic people. That doesn't necessarily need to be even a toxic person, but let's say if someone is calling you out and you do not feel like, let's say, hanging out and socializing with anyone during these COVID-19 times, and you tell them, no, sorry, I cannot, I would love to go out with you, but I won't, because I'm scared of socializing with people during this stuff. So I just wanted to say and add in the previous video, sorry it got interrupted, that it doesn't necessarily need to be a toxic person. The important thing is to say no, let's say, to socializing during these COVID-19 times. If you do not feel comfortable, just say, hey, I don't feel comfortable. For me, it's better if I stay at home because I'm scared to get infected. And that's completely fine, because you just set the boundary. And if the other person, really respects you, they will understand it. So do not be afraid to say no, and to be yourself. I wish you all the best, and I'm looking forward to make another video for you. Take care. Bye.